For the UK's current financial year, I have received 2 anonymous tax code notices dated January 2018 and 30th of January 2019. Both notices said, "Please check the information below. If it's right, you don't need to do anything." That first sentence is somewhat disingenuous. HMRC should know that the code is likely to be wrong, as they make assumptions about future interest rates. If you think your tax code is wrong, you can check and let us know of any changes online. Go to Gov.UK Personal Tax Account. I am sceptical about that, as well as disgusted by its substandard syntax and punctuation. The sentence starts with a conditional subordinate clause, followed after the comma by 2 coordinate main clauses, followed after the second comma, which should have been a full stop, colon, or coordinating conjunction, by a main clause, followed by nothing, which should have been a full stop, were its omission not justified because it provides clarity by isolating a website address. The rest of page 1 shows how HMRC worked out my code. It starts with the standard personal allowance and subtracts from it state pension, untaxed interest and adjustment for tax you owe earlier year £6,086. I haven't yet checked what happened in that unspecified year, but it seems from the context that tax you owe earlier year £6,086 means tax on that sum. My tax code calculation started with personal allowance being £11,850. Deductions reduce that to, this totals your tax-free amount minus £8,202. I had to read Note 7 to find out that that was not nonsense. The minus sign flags the fact that the number after it is subtracted from one's income before the income is taxed. The note also said, to create your tax code, we've removed the last digit of your tax-free amount and included a letter. Really? My most recent tax-free amount was said to be minus £8,202. The tax code that resulted was K819. So HMRC removed 3 digits and added 2 digits and a letter. The line which included the code K819 named one of my pensions and said, £8,202 is added to this income. That is not literally true. It's just a factor in the arithmetic used to tell pension staff what to send to HMRC. Anyway, the most recent letter from HMRC said I could look at my account online, which could be an improvement. Said I could stop them sending me letters by going online, and they put a notice about registering on the back of the envelope the letter came in. Were they misleading me? I visited Gov.UK Personal Tax Account on the World Wide Web to find out. Tell us what you think of Gov.UK. That is what I am doing, without using the constraints of your survey. Do I sign in or set up? I've been filing tax returns on paper or online for decades, so I probably have an account with HMRC already. Setting up another might create confusion, so perhaps I will try to sign in first. The arrow says go ahead and green means go, but under that I am told what I need to know, so I'd better start with that. A personal tax account, I found, can do so many things that it may be different from an ordinary tax account, so I ought to set up instead of signing in. I pressed start. The create an account option is for those who do not have one of these accounts. probably confirming that these accounts are different from ordinary HMRC accounts. So I clicked the Create button. I am told that I need to create either a Government Gateway or a GovUK Verify account. I already have or had 2 Gateway accounts, but my attempts to be government verified were the subject of my video GovUK Verify failure. The security data used to allow me to file tax returns no longer works, but that provided by the efficient DVLA did work recently, so I might be able to use that to prove my identity. No, I needed to create another account, but that seemed easy as I only needed my national insurance number and a P60 form. I clicked Create a Government Gateway account with my national insurance number and a P60 form at hand. The next page was a sign-in page, not a create page. I entered my DVLA data, which immediately allowed me onto the next page. I needed an access code and opted for voice call, get codes via automated message. They arrived promptly via landline. A computer slowly delivered a group of 6 digits twice and offered further repetitions. I entered the 6 digits and continued. I was now going to be asked some security questions on information HMRC held about me. The first 4 weren't very secure. I made a mistake by entering my national insurance number as HMRC always prints it, with 4 spaces. I was corrected by the author of this online stuff, who ruled that the correct format did not include spaces. The identity questions page astounded me by its effrontery. Surely anyone employed to write this stuff cannot be stupid enough to think that such deceitful gibberish is acceptable. Are they going to ask me some questions? How would they know the answers were right? Or are they merely seeking permission to ask others some questions about my credit records? I don't think I have a credit record, as I have never borrowed any money. Having no alternative, I continued. I had to find my address. I did not enter the optional house number. The next page showed that it was not optional. It took about 2 seconds for HMRC to decide, "We cannot confirm your identity." I clicked a hypertext link to try confirming my identity again, without success. I was to blame. I hadn't given HMRC enough information, though I had answered all the questions asked, and there were no spaces for adding extra information. So what do I think of GovUK? A familiar parliamentary phrase comes to mind. It is outrageous that I am only allowed to see my own tax account data online if some unknown to me private company, which I would probably not trust, should be able to decide whether HMRC can verify me.